4Runners ranked, let's go! Let's get right into it. Last place for this thing. It's just a little too new for me to have a full opinion on it. Toyota's betting big on these turbo/hybrid powertrains. It's never been a winning recipe for reliability with any other company, but it's Toyota, so time will tell. But they put a snorkel on it, and it makes turbo sounds, so that's cool. Next up, these get a lot of hate and I feel like it's undeserved. Obviously, the big issue with these was the head gasket issues with the V6. That's not an insignificant issue, but I feel like there has to be solutions for that by now. It looked really good. It's kind of like the perfect bridge of 80s and 90s styling, and the two-door versions of these look gorgeous. And if you're really hung up on the engine issue, swap in a 3.4 out of a 3rd gen and you have a rig and a half. Next up, this is the only one that had a V8 option, so instant cool points there. But there's a problem. In my Land Cruiser video, the 100 series took top spot because it was kind of the perfect mix of value, looks, and modernity. And the 4th gen is probably closest to that as far as 4Runners go. There is no such thing as a cheap 4Runner anymore. None that you'd want anyway. But as far as value options go, this is at the top. Mid-2000s Toyota creature comforts, and you can still find these for under 10K. But where is the charm? It's just kind of an SUV. You know, having a V8 can only carry you so far. And those taillights drive me nuts. I can't stand the way the back of this thing looks. Next up, this one is tricky because I feel like people will be annoyed no matter where I put this. This is where the 4Runner story began. Aside from the Trekker, but that's very obscure. I'm not counting that. This was basically the Toyota pickup or the Hilux, depending on where you live, with a cap on the back of it. Take off the clamshell, you'd basically have the same thing with a bench seat in the back and some carpets. Also, these were 2-door only, so inside you got 2 door handles on the same door. One for the people in the front, one for the people in the back. I thought that was kind of funny. But the thing about these, and to a certain extent the 2nd gen, they're really old at this point. Like the newest 1st gen is 35 plus years old. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. They're great as platforms, but they're not going to be your daily driver. They're toys at this point. And if you're in the Midwest or something, good luck finding one that doesn't have see-through panels. Incredibly capable though. I call these the Moab Special.
Yeah, Moab. If you can read this, roll me over.
Next up, the thing I love most about this one is as the world changed around it, it held steadfast in being as charmingly archaic as possible. It was a hammer in a world of scalpels, a dinosaur in a world of designer poodles. Pick your metaphor. This thing was rocking a 4-liter V6 and a 5-speed in 2024. I'm pretty sure all the tech inside is from when Obama still had dark hair. Toyota knew they just had a winner, so they just didn't bother changing it. They also really leaned into the off-road image when marketing this thing. When you'd only look at the TRD Pro with its skid plates and Skittles color palette and teeny tiny ladders. Next up, oh come on, you knew this was gonna be up here?
3rd gen, best gen, 3rd gen, best gen. Bro, how much do you want for your 4Runner? Easy. Enough for me to buy another 3rd gen, best gen, 3rd gen, best.
This was the perfect bridge between the classic trucks and the modern behemoths. It was still aggro and light like the older gen, but it's still modern enough for you to daily today, unironically. This car made the 4Runner name, and I have a hunch these had the single biggest role in popularizing overlanding as we know it today. Back when you can get these for 5K, I know, good times. These were basically a cheat code for getting a tank that could take you anywhere. Nowadays, those probably going to be 3 times that much money if you want one that isn't mild to hell or, God forbid, 2-wheel drive. The V6 in these is incredibly stout, and they're just the best, man. And no, they are not overrated. I don't care how much they cost. But that's what I think. How would you rank these? Let me know in the comments, like and follow for more.